Hi, this is Jill again. Today we're going to put together your portfolio for caregiver interview, job interview. I'm going to share with you what I feel is important to have in a portfolio. Like this 3-ring binder, and you're going to have plastic sleeves in there and place some important things in there that'll make it easier when you go on a job interview. Once you get going and you do well, words spreads around the community about your reputation as a loving, respectful caregiver. Hence, there will be a lot of referrals that will come your way. Sometimes there's a need for a full-time client, and sometimes it can be several different part-time clients. Not everyone can afford full-time care, but they'd like to have somebody come in for, I say, a minimum of 4 hours. It's not worth it for me to go in financially for anything less, unless it were somebody right in the neighborhood. Then that wouldn't be a problem. Some clients need caregivers to stay overnight, and sometimes just every now and then to stay overnight. It varies from client to client, and some want a split shift. When you meet them on your job interview and their family, you go over what their needs are and what your needs are for what you need to make to survive. I charge $15 an hour, which really is a good deal. I tell you, I couldn't work for anything less. And the healthcare agencies, the home healthcare agencies that there are out there, charge their clients between $20 and $25 an hour at least. And they only pay their people that they hire out as caregivers, the men and women, maybe $10, $12 an hour if you're lucky. And so many of them have told me when we were together as a team and I was a lead caregiver for a client that they were never trained, and they really appreciated what I shared with them. I also am considering charging for gas because the prices of gas has gone sky high, and I have to commute 35 miles each way to work and back. So that's what I'm also going to be something new that I'm going to be doing. Overnights are usually $100. That's really a good deal, and that would be like a 12-hour range, like for instance maybe 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. or 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. till the next shift comes in, or whatever works. You just work it out between you and your client what they need. And agencies charge a lot more than that. So let's see. What I feel is really, really important is getting fingerprinted. And this, I paid $75. Just Google it and find out where you go to get a live scan. You get fingerprinted and get into the system. And then this, you can show your client that you have never been convicted of a felon or are a criminal. It shows your criminal history. And once it's in the system, it's in the system, which is really good. This is huge. There are so many predators out there who take advantage of our seniors and our disabled. They are really vulnerable to abuse. It's really sad, but it happens all the time. Expect your potential client's family to do a background check on you, and nowadays and welcome it. I welcome it, and I feel it's really important, and nowadays they can do that online. And so you also want to get business cards made when you can afford to do so, or just be creative and do your own. I just have my name, that and caregiving and my phone number, contact information. Some computer programs make them, or you can make your own from construction paper. Your client might need personal assistance with, more than likely will, with personal hygiene. And usually it's showers. And one of the things you want to make sure is that they have a shower chair and a grab bar in that shower or tub vicinity. Also, make sure they have one by the toilet, because it's huge. A lot of our seniors fall in the bathrooms, and some of them they can't get up. But we'll get into that later on. I don't know if I mentioned or not, but having that detachable shower wand is really, really important. It makes it so much easier. I give my clients as much privacy as possible, and of course assist them in certain areas that they can't reach. But as I said, we'll get into that another time. Getting in and out of the bathtub is very challenging for them, and taking a shower, it takes a lot of energy out of them. You also might be there just getting the client started for the day, or you might have the evening shift, or both, which you want to make sure that they're fed and cleaned up and that their medication is in order and has been taken. What is huge too that I've done is, for networking, make up a flyer. And you can just put your information there, home health care, and I have excellent references, background clearance, trained CNA, medical office assisting, errands, appointments, outings, paperwork, light housekeeping, laundry, ironing, hospice, kind, because I've been involved in hospice, which I'll get into that later. But you just put your name and phone number here, and just they can take it off. You can get these posted at a senior center. Usually they have a bulletin board there, or you can drop either that off or your business card to a senior retirement living facility, or just a senior facility, or churches. There's even restaurants. I have taken my business cards and have them placed at restaurants. A lot of restaurants have places for business cards, and I've gotten phone calls from that. You want to get several letters of recommendation from people who can confirm your personality and character, and I put them inside, my little portfolio here inside the plastic sleeve, like this, and make sure that they sign it, have their contact information, and that they date it. That's important. There's also employment agencies too, like for instance where I live, People to People, where people are coming and looking for work. And nowadays they're making sure that whoever they have in their home health care section, that they are fingerprinted. You can ask pastors, friends, people you've worked with to give you a letter of recommendation, character reference. Also, a TB test is really important. You can go to a clinic and have that done, and then put that in your portfolio showing that you are negative for tuberculosis. I also like to get a DMV, Department of Motor Vehicles, a driver printout of my driving record to show that I'm not a crazy, reckless driver. That's important. It is. And then also a first aid and CPR card, especially the first aid. That's really important if you don't have first aid training. But it is nice to keep up to date on these things. It's changing all the time on what to do. A lot of our seniors and disabled don't want CPR. They'll most likely have a DNR or a pulse that they do not want to be resuscitated if their heart should fail. And we'll get into that in another segment. Write up a resume yourself of what work experience you've had, or why you feel that you're qualified to be a responsible, loving caregiver. And use any other work experience that you've had as well to show that you're well-rounded. But the most important thing about a caregiver is having a loving heart and being cheerful and smiling and understanding and being a good listener. So I will end this saying that you never know when a need for home health care will arise, or where your connection for caregiving services will emerge. There truly is a need for loving caregivers. There really is. And it's so rewarding. It truly is rewarding to be there with someone during their older years. It means a lot to them. A lot of our elderly people become childlike, and they have a lot of fear factors, fears that they have to live with. And it gives them security to know that there's somebody loving that's coming every day, or whenever the schedule is. Okay, that's it for now. Till the next time, everybody. Over and out.